Welcome to Make Made Simple. In this lecture series, I am going to teach you about theory of machines. So the very first topic that we are going to start with is CAMS. So what is a CAM? A CAM is a mechanical member used to impart desired motion to a follower by direct contact. A CAM may be rotating, reciprocating, whereas follower may be rotating, reciprocating, or oscillating. So what are the elements of a cam? So you can see here a cam is there, in which there is a cam and there is a follower. Here this is a cam being rotated by hand, and the follower moves as the cam surface increases or decreases. So there are three elements to a cam that are the driver member, this the red one, the driven member, that is the follower, and the frame. Everything else is the frame. So to better understand what is a cam, I will show you an animation. So this is a cam. This is called a cam, and this portion which is above the cam is called the follower. So as the cam rotates, the follower rises and then returns to its original position. So this type of follower is called a roller follower. Now classification of cams. Cams are of various types, and they are classified as according to shape, follower movement, manner of constraint of follower. So first we are going to see according to shape. Yes. So the very first one is wedge or flat cams. So we have a wedge here, like we have uh, a slanting surface, you can say. Just a second, let me take my pointer. Yes. So this portion is a wedge on which there is a follower, knife edge follower. This is called knife edge follower, is there, and it's supported by a spring. It is supported by a spring. So that is what is a wedge cam. It can have a roller follower and a smooth slanting surface like this, or it can have a wedge like this, and this G stands for guide. Now these are what is called flat wedge cams. Now what is a flat cam? A flat cam is like a plate, a metal plate on which in which a groove is cut, and as the metal plate moves, the follower moves inside the groove and rises and returns to its original position. Now the second type of cam is radial cams. A radial cam is similar to a wedge cam, just that it is an oval shape. The cam is an oval shape and it's called radial. Radial means that the axis of the follower passes through the center of rotation of the cam. So that is what is called radial cams. Now spiral cams. So in spiral cams there is a groove cut. There is similarly to a flat plate cam, but in this cam there is a groove cut. This is actually this one. Just a second. This one is a plate on which there is a groove cut like this, and as the follower uh, follower moves through the grooves, the follower increases or decreases its height. Now next come to cylindrical cams. In cylindrical cams we have the shape of a cylinder. Here the cam is of a shape of a cylinder, but there is a groove cut on it, on in which the follower moves. And this one is also a cylindrical cam on which the follower moves on the surface of the cylinder. Now what are globoidal cams? Globoidal cams are similar to cylindrical cams, just that they can have a surface which is of curved surface, a convex surface, and this one is having a concave surface. So there is a groove cut on the cam through which the follower moves. Now in spherical cams we have a sphere, the cam in the form of a sphere, on which there is a groove cut in which the follower is attached, and as the cam rotates the follower oscillates, or in this case it will oscillate. So this one is different from the other cams, that the follower will oscillate. Now according to follower movement, cams are classified according to follower movement. So the nomenclature here is used here is let me write this down. So rise means that the follower moves up. Dwell means that the follower stays in the same position. And return means that the follower comes to its original position. So like that we can have like this, we can have a graph like cam angle on the x-axis, follower in displacement. This is cam angle, this is follower displacement, follower displacement. So as the cam angle increases from 0 to as the cam angle goes from 0 to 360 degree, so the follower displaces like this. At 0 it is at the original position, and as the cam rotates it goes up and comes down. So this type of cam is called a rise return rise cam. Now the second type of cam that we have is dwell rise return dwell. So dwell means to just stay at whatever position it is at for some period of time. So we have dwell, rise, and return, and then again dwell. So this type of cam is called DRRD. I'll write that down. Yes. So this is a D R R D DRRD, dual return, dual rise return dual cam. So this is another type of cam. The third type of cam is dual rise dual return dual, that is DRDRD cam. And then the fourth type of cam is dual rise dual. Fourth type of cam is dual rise dual and then fall, that the cam goes to its original position in a instantly, that is called fall. So this is the classification of cam according to follower movement. Now next we come to according to manner of constraint of follower, how the follower is constrained. According to that we classify the cam. So the very first one is preloaded spring cam. So in this we have a cam, a wedge here, a cam is there, and there is a spring attached at the end of the follower. So this is constrained by a follower, so that is why it's called preloaded spring cam. Now positive drive cam is shown here, in which we have a groove cut on a plate like we had studied earlier, and because this follower is in the groove of the cam, so it's called a positive drive cam. Now gravity cam. What are gravity cams? Cams in which this is the guide. G stands for guide, F for follower, W for wedge, and in gravity cam there is no load and no spring load on the cam. It's just the weight of the follower that is acting on the wedge, which is making making the contact with the cam. So that is called a gravity cam. So that was all for today, guys. If you have liked the video, please do give a like, subscribe, and share it among your friends. Thank you.